Animal chiropractic friends, I have a little story. I thought of this morning while I was doing a little thinking, and I was reminded that one of the biggest things I think that has helped me to continue to be successful and grow in my life has been the ability to find things. Now, sometimes it's just stuff that somebody lost, but many times it's also finding a way to do something. When I was 16, I grew up in a family with 4 brothers. My parents both worked. They worked hard. We were, a lot of work as 5 kids. And so even though we didn't really want for anything, we didn't have extras either. So we were not the family with, those first world problems like boats and second houses and things. We were just a family that lived on a small farm, that grew our own vegetables and worked really hard to make sure everybody was taken care of. When I was 16, it was important that I learn how to drive because, that's what you're supposed to do, right? But it was also important to me because my older brother, who was driving, had a job at the local grocery store where he was making really good money at the time. And even most grocery stores now pay very good money for people in that age range. But I couldn't get a job there because I couldn't drive. And I couldn't drive because I couldn't fit driver's education, which was required, into my schedule at school. The only way I could figure out how to get driver's education in was to take it during the summer. But that would require my parents being able to take me to the school where I would learn driver's ed, which was a public school, not the other school that we went to. So see, we were not wanting for anything, but needing to get driver's ed was important. So what I discovered was we shopped a lot at the grocery store because it was a big family. And the grocery store gave out what were called stamps or green stamps as a reward for how many groceries you bought. And we had a lot of them. And the key was that you had to take these stamps and paste them into booklets. And then they could count the booklets and you would pick out a reward. In the catalog for green stamps, there was a bicycle. It was a 10-speed bicycle. It was not a fancy 10-speed bicycle, but it was a 10-speed bicycle. And I knew that if I had a 10-speed bicycle, I could get from my house to the school, which was, I think, 6 miles away, on my own in the morning, so I could go to driver's education. So that's what I did. I put all the stamps in the books. My parents were happy to give them up. They didn't really want to hassle with putting them in the books. And I got the bike, and I got to sign up for driver's education. So now I could go to driver's ed, and I would be able to drive myself to a bigger job. And as soon as I did that, I went and applied for the bigger job. So I know that doesn't sound like a rags to riches kind of story, but it does illustrate this, that even if you're in more dire straits, which I have been in my life since then, I want you to know that when you look for the solution, when you are quiet enough to think about the solution, you will find it. And once you find it, don't give up. Because you have the ability, the thought, the ability, and the feeling that it takes to do anything you want. For many of our doctors who speak to us about animal chiropractic, they say they don't have the time, they don't have the money to take the course, and they continue to put it off because it doesn't fit into their schedule. If they want it badly enough, they'll find that time and money. Just like I found the time and the fortitude to get a bicycle on my own so that I could get to driver's ed. I know those are simple analogies, but it's really there. For those doctors, for those veterinarians and chiropractors who would like to be able to add animal chiropractic to their practice, not for themselves, but of course for themselves, but for their community as well, because animal chiropractic will help their entire community once they've done this. It's like getting that better job. It's like getting the driver's license so you can then get the better job. If you are one of those doctors who feels like you don't have the time or the money or the know which class to take, we have created a class so that you can learn that information, and so that you will be able to make that decision and get on the road on your own to start your animal chiropractic training. The course is Animal Chiropractic 101 Lite, the virtual course. It is $97. It's 3 days. It's 6 hours. So we aren't taking up very much of your time and not very much of your money, so that you can begin to discover how you can find the time and find the money to do the course that will actually help you make more money and help more patients and help your community to be healthier, wealthier, and wiser. You can find that course today at animalchiropracticeducation.com under courses online. And that course is Animal Chiropractic 101 Lite, where we will begin to train you how to build a profitable and successful animal chiropractic practice. Find us today, animalchiropracticeducation.com.